When I was 16 years old, I had a sleepover at my best friend's house. Our other friend was there too, and it was so much fun. We danced and had a fire and snacks and everything, and then we were winding down in her room, kind of getting ready for bed, but mostly just chatting. She started talking about this really annoying situation from when she went on a cruise with her family. One of the people with them was on her period, but she refused to wear a tampon. And because she wouldn't wear a tampon, then she couldn't go swimming and she couldn't do certain excursions, and it was ruining the trip. And my friend was like, why didn't she just wear a tampon? It's way cleaner anyways. And then she asked me and my other friend, like, do you guys wear tampons or pads? And I was like, of course I would never wear a pad. It's so gross. And she's like, I know, right? It's like wearing a diaper. And she goes on about that. And I'm sitting there like, I've actually never used either because I don't menstruate. I didn't. I had never had a period at that point in my life. So I just kind of lied my way through it and agreed with everything she was saying. And then a few months later, I start to have spotting. And I'm like, thank God, because this was getting weird. I'm almost 17 years old and I still haven't had a period. So I'm all excited and I'm like, oh, well, I can't wear pads because pads are gross. Like my friend told me about how disgusting that was. So I better go get tampons. So I get tampons and I go to put them in, and mind you, I'm not actually having a full-fledged period. I just have had the mildest amount of spotting. But I'm excited because I need this to happen now, you know? I'm getting too old. So I go to put it in and there's nowhere to put it. And I was like, that's weird. There's something missing here. I am 16, almost 17 years old, and I have still never actually looked at that area of my body, but I'm like, I have to because I am bending over and not seeing what I need to see, so let's pull out the mirror. I pull out the mirror in one hand, and the other hand, I'm holding my phone, which has a diagram of female anatomy on it, and I'm like, what the hell? It's missing. The hole it's not there. And I look closer, and I like pulled out a light, and I was like, oh my God, it's really not there. So then I start Googling like a mad person, right? I spend hours searching through different conditions and figuring out like why I don't have an opening. And finally, I come across this drawing of different variations of hymens, in which there is a category that says imperforate hymens. And in that category is a drawing of a microperforate hymen. This is a medical condition that has fewer than 20 reported cases. I look at the drawing, I look at the mirror, and I'm like, that's it. That's what I've got. So I set the tampons aside. I know there is no point. And then I start searching of treatment options, and it takes me a long time to find information here. It's a very rare condition. There is only one DIY option, and I was hoping to be able to do that one because I wanted to keep this a secret. It was a dilation process, which turned out to be impossible for me because my opening was the size of a pin. That's when I knew I had to get surgery.